Well, having understood the term exemplar, now we shall go ahead with the next important term, that is existentialism. When we talk about the origin of the word, existentialism etymologically means its origin. The word existence comes from the Latin word exister, which means to stand out. To stand out, that is the meaning of the word exister in Latin. And the word existence comes from this particular Latin word. Existentialism is the term used to refer to the philosophy and attitude of mind, which became very important, which became very popular in religious and artistic thought after the end of the World War II. Existentialism became a very prominent movement in religion and art after the end of this World War II. It is a philosophy that focuses on the existence of mankind. It talks about the existence, अस्तित्ववाद म्हणतो मराठीमध्ये, and it deals with their efforts of finding a way in this hostile universe. The existentialists think that the universe is hostile, very harsh. Means you find many hostile people around you. Hostile means something which is opposite to your efforts, which opposes something which is negative. Having enmity, hostility, for example, means there are many opponents and there are many things in this universe which are in opposition to your efforts, your existence itself. So these existentialist philosophers, writers, talk about the efforts of mankind, the efforts of finding a way in this hostile universe. Despite of the odd circumstances, human beings try to find the ways out, solutions, and existentialists talk about these efforts. The writers apply existentialist philosophy in their text to talk about, to underline the efforts of dejected. Dejected means the people who are in a sad state of mind, who are undergoing the tragic situation, tormented and alienated humans. Means they talk about the efforts of such people who are dejected, who are in a sad state of mind, who are tormented mentally or externally. They are exploited, tortured, and they feel lonely, alienated. They feel all alone. So these writers talk about such kind of people and their efforts. They underline how they find, they focus on, they highlight how these particular humans find themselves facing certain choices in the world. They find, for example, this or that. They are in a confused state of mind. They are confronted with choices. Okay, just like Hamlet. So this philosophy is based on the concept that humans should choose their paths of life independently. It conveys the message. The writers who adopt existentialist philosophy in their writing try to convey, try to give a message that we humans should choose our paths of life independently and try to make rational decisions. Rational means thoughtfully. We should think, we should make decisions thoughtfully because this world is irrational. This world is, this universe is irrational. Irrational means thoughtless, arbitrary, and we should make rational decisions. So when we think in terms of this philosophy, we understand that the existentialist philosophy liberates mankind, human beings. Liberate means to free them from the clutches of moral values, social norms, and religious beliefs. These philosophers, these writers, ask man to free himself or herself, human beings, from these clutches, shackles of moral values, social norms, and religious beliefs, because the world is irrational. That's what they think. So several of the literary pieces during the modern age, what we call modernism, demonstrate, may show this philosophy in this or that way, in one or other way. Now, what do we find in the texts of these writers, existentialist writers? We find that human beings, means we are estranged. Human beings estrangement from society. Estrangement means alienation. They are cut off from society. They also try to focus on human beings' awareness that the world is meaningless, and they uh, they try to show their recognition, human beings' recognition, to understand, to identify, to recognize that one must turn from external properties to the self. Instead of focusing on external things, we should focus on ourselves. The famous existentialist writers are the writers like Albert Camus, the French writer, The Outsider, etc., the famous books. You must read them. Albert Camus and Franz Kafka, the German writer. They are the means good writers of existentialist philosophy. And when we talk about a play, Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, we come across this existentialist philosophy. You can see the dialogue uh, between two characters of the play, Vladimir and Estragon. Vladimir says, let's wait and see what he says. Estragon, who? Vladimir, Godot. Good idea. Let's wait till we know exactly how we stand. On the other hand, it might be bettering to strike the iron before it freezes. Now, what does it mean? So, these lines are taken from the play, Samuel Beckett's play, Waiting for Godot. These two characters, Estragon and Vladimir, are waiting for Godot. The title itself is Waiting for Godot. And Vladimir seems to be spiritual. He's religious about the arrival of Godot. He's certain, he's confident that Godot will come and direct them, instruct them. But Estragon suggests that they should not wait, they should rather move on. So the words like freezing, used by the author Becky, this is the metaphor. It suggests that through the dialogue we understand that human beings do not have time to wait for their spiritual guidance, the God to come and help them, to enlighten their souls. No one will come to enlighten you. There are no spiritual, what we call leaders as such. There is no spiritual person will come. God will not come to guide you on the way of your life. Instead, human beings should avail the chance in hand, make the best of the opportunities that they get, make decisions without depending upon someone. That's what Estragon suggests. So the philosophy of existentialism shines in the suggestion of Estragon in this particular dialogue, who is of the view that they should take their own path before it is too late. So this is how existentialist philosopher tries to give a motivational, inspiring message to the people. I hope you understood. This is a very great philosophy. With time, you shall understand in your paper second. You will be studying Waiting for Godot or some other such plays by the absurdist writers.